recovery and backup?
So when you talk about disaster recovery, you're talking about bringing up your machines quickly. And when you talk about backups, you're talking about data retention. So when we think of backup, we think of devices that back up to a disk target so we can recover them relatively quickly, or we talk about going to tape so we can keep them for a long time. When we think of DR, we think of SAN snapshots or OS level snapshots. Those can keep our recoveries quick, but are only meant for short-term retention, such as maximum 1 month, where when we back up to a disk target or tape library, we can back up, keep a year, 2 years, many months, that kind of data.
Okay, when people think of disaster recovery and back, do they make any serious mistakes in thinking about them?
A serious mistake might be backing up to tape in order to do your recoveries from tape. You're going to bring your systems up in 24 to 48 to 72 hours, where you could have them up in minutes if you're backing up to disk or using SAN level snapshots for your disaster recovery.
What's the biggest challenge in implementing the two?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Okay.
So when we think of snapshots versus backups, it's helpful to think of the short-term versus long-term uses of each technology. So at the shortest term, we should be using VMware level or Hyper-V level or operating system level Windows VSS snapshots. Those should be kept for 24 to 48 hours. They are for mitigating risk in a change control or something of that type. When we think of the next term and where we're to use snapshots, we think of SAN level snapshots for 1 day, 1 week, maybe 1 month maximum. This provides us quick recovery, but isn't meant for long-term retention. Then we go to disk-based backup or disk target in our backup. So we back up with a backup utility like NetBackup or Aperture or Backup Exec, and we put that data on a disk repository. That's our mid to long term, for instance, 1 month to about 1 year. And then when we go to tape backups, those are super long term. Those go from 6 months to a year to 2 to 5 to 7 years. That's sort of the spread as to which we handle our backups and snapshot technologies.
Okay.
Okay.
Excellent.